It's a little bit earlier than normal. It's about 8 o'clock or something like that Pacific. So I'm going to start my game a little bit earlier so I can get to bed a little bit earlier too. If this game goes anything like my other game today, I'm going to lose terrifically. But hopefully I'll learn something from the review. So we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and set up the auto match. Again tonight I've already had this actually. I've already finished drinking it. Is that Lagunitas Maximus? It's pretty nice. It's been a while. Lagunitas recently announced that they were gonna, allow for a 50%, ownership or kind of a partial ownership, a buyout from Heineken or something like that. So I've kind of been a little bit snotty and less willing to try Lagunitas for a while. But it's mostly just the same thing. It hasn't changed that much. But let's see, check my auto match preferences. Okay, that's fine. And we'll play. Okay, it's me and Rakuza 3K. I'm ranked 4K right now. Hello, good game. I'll start with the star points. I like star points. Okay, yeah, I haven't played this for a while. I just generally approach on the top, and then he'll usually attach down here, and I'll Hane and extend, and I like to do that. If he pincers, then, yeah, we'll see. I'll do what I feel like. Yeah, this is kind of what I thought. And then I'll just usually extend over here, like so. If he approaches over here, I just jump out, which he didn't. I'll just play simply. Like that. If he comes, okay, this is all fine. I think I can go ahead and approach from here now if I wanted to. I think that would work fine. Or I could also take this side. That would probably also work fine as well. Could play up here if I wanted to, but the top's not so interesting right now. I'm inclined to try to do this side, but I also kind of like this. I think I'll do this. That works out well for him. He can do an extension like this, but if he does low, then he's awfully low over there. Yeah, he does high. That's fine. What I can do now, though, is, let me see. I think what I'll do is I'll just slide real quick. And this is all working together pretty well up here, I think. And maybe I'll just play like this. I guess I could also play here. I don't like his attach here. That bothers me a little bit. So that's why I feel inclined to jump out. I think maybe I'll do that. And what that does is that looks like it's a pretty big Moyo on the left. He could just, I guess, knight's move up here at g6, but I feel like I could still get in there at j4 and kind of minimize that and also put some pressure on this lower right group, on this bottom right group. Okay, so he immediately is going in for it, which is kind of interesting. I feel like I should just be able to jump out here and goof around a little bit with him. I could just play it safe and do this. This seems kind of wimpy though. I feel like maybe something like this would be the greatest amount of pressure. I do like this, but I think what he might do if I did this is he might just extend over here to E8, and even though that's kind of floaty, it's kind of annoying to me because he also has a follow-up down here at C11, and all of a sudden, it's not looking all that impressive for me. I think what I'll do first of all is maybe I should just first of all just play simply. I'll take the territory. Okay, that's interesting. I think I could just drop down. I don't think he can do anything if he cuts there. Sure. You have to protect this, though. You still owe me a move. Okay, so he decided to go that way. I guess I could try to force this once. I might as well get the free move out of it, right? And then I absolutely do have to do this. I guess this ladder isn't working for me right now, but breaking the ladder could be valuable. So I'm just going to fall back. I'll let him ladder me and then I'll break it down here. And I think that'll work out for me. Because now I'm really putting a lot of pressure on these two stones. Maybe I can save this for later. Maybe I can still manage to get a, get a, do I get another breaker in here? Do I get that? Black. I think I can cut this directly. Maybe not. I still like this though. I still think that this works for me because can I still break this ladder if I wanted to? Um, that's an interesting idea. Maybe I can. Okay, so he decided that he was fed up with that, which is kind of interesting because I think that makes this good. I think this is going to work now. That doesn't seem to do what you want. What? Should I let him take that? Should I let him take that? I don't know. To me, it seems like that could have been a very natural move. Oh, this is tough. Okay, whatever. Maybe I'll get a freebie out of it. We'll see. If I end up losing this game, I'll regret being nice like that. But I still think I can make some pain here. Okay, I want to benefit from this somehow. What I don't want him to do is be able to cut me off here. I think this is still okay for me. I still think he must be scared. If I play up here, he cuts here. Then I can play here, he plays here, I play here, he feels this is no looking good, but I can keep the heat on by doing this. At least I'll protect my cut. It's at least keeping him running. Was not expecting that. Does this work? I don't think it does. Ah, shit, maybe it does. Oh. Um, I guess it does. It's a bummer. That sucks. What if I do this? Okay. So that ladder, yeah, that's a bummer. I need to figure something out here because this is not looking good for me. Um, I think I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna take some territory. Um, I probably should have read that a little bit more, but it just looked too good to give up. I have to do something with these guys. The left is getting too weak. I think he's probably just going to extend. We're going to do H3, and then if he does H3, I can do K3. And if he plays here, I can just get him in a snapback. He won't play that. What he'll probably do is drop down. I'll drop down again. Then he'll play here. I'll play here. Oh, okay, he did. Wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I think this drop down does work for him. No, it doesn't actually. Does it? It does. Sucks. Or sucky. Sucky, sucky. Well, you know, at least I'm giving him a hard time. At least I'm giving him a hard time, even though my shape is terrible. Yeah, I mean, that's a forcing move at least. And so I can at least push here at H4. I think this is okay. But this group is getting awfully weak over here. I really don't have any eyes. I need to do something very quickly. Maybe I should just do this. Maybe I should push once here. I think maybe I'm going to do that. Maybe I could just do this. Maybe I could just do this. Is there anything I can do to try to... Here, I'm going to try to live locally first of all. Maybe this. And then I'll try to put some pressure on these stones, I guess. Maybe I can try to connect under first of all. Just trying to make some kind of shape here. Okay, so he's trying to make a run for it. That's fine. I think he's conceded that this is going to live over here. From a territory perspective, if I can keep this alive, I feel pretty comfortable right now. I mean, he's got this on the bottom, he's got that corner, that's about it. I'm still pressuring these 3 stones over here, so I feel like I should be able to get this out. I still have Miai, I guess, to connect under. Now that's interesting. Can I play here, 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 here? No, I can't play there. So that has that separated, but I can still just jump. Crawl. Jump or crawl? I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to do this, just a jump. As crazy as it looks on a large scale, this entire white group over here still looks pretty weak. Says the guy with this super weak group hanging out right here on the bottom. But this is kind of business as usual for me. Maybe I need to try to work on this a little bit more. Maybe I could attach right here. Black attaches here. White plays under. Maybe crosscut. Oh, crosscut. Well, let's see. This is about as big as this. And I've got a little bit down here. Let's see. Does that do anything? No, I don't think so. Oh, okay. Oh, that was pretty clever actually. That did get a cut in. Oof. Oh, that's bad. Hmm. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Wow, I did not see that. Did not see that at all. That's not good at all. That is not good. That could be the end of me right there. Oh, that is not good. Not good, not good. This has been a terrible day for games. Jeez. Oh. What do I do? God. Maybe here first. Yep. Let this get too weak. Just did not see that. That is a real. That just sucks. That's just terrible. It's just terrible. Terrible. God, that's terrible. Shit. Oh, man. Again, it was going so well until I let this group get weak. That's a bummer. Man, oh man. What do I even do? I have no idea. God. That was bad. I'm dropping ranks today. Shit. Hmm. Hmm. I might have, this was over so quick, I might have time for another game though before I have to head out. This is terrible. Yeah, this review is going to be pretty simple. I feel like everything went pretty well straight up until this. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. That. Yeah, this is hopeless. This is pretty hopeless. Oof. Thanks. That was a bummer. Oh, a quick review. This is going to be easy review. I felt pretty good. I mean, I felt like I was playing at my ability straight up until that. This was a disaster. I really shouldn't let. I should have seen myself being able to get cut here. That just killed me. Right there. I just did not see that. This is gonna bite me again too. I can tell already. I felt like the game was great for me except for this. I mean, I felt like it was absolutely great for me. If only I had just, instead of doing this, maybe, let's see, instead of doing that, maybe just done even, maybe that. That still puts plenty of pressure on those 3 stones, right? It still would have been a good game, I think, for me. I just let that stuff, I let that burn me. Wedge at K7, huh? Yeah. Right here? Right now? I don't, instead of M7? Oh, instead of M7. What? Not following you. Instead of playing here? I mean, this is what killed me. You mean in response to just doing this? He just plays here? Is that what you mean? I think I should have made it out of here. Maybe this was too mellow. I think that was the right play. Maybe Maybe that. I'll jump. After he played I7, or L7 I mean, L7. Main line L7. After he played L7, you played M7. Oh, I see, instead play here. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah. Totally. I see what you mean. This at least like and there aren't well, I guess there are a couple of threats. Yeah, so then if he cuts here I at least have a ko, right? And there aren't well, I guess there are a couple of threats. Yeah, there's still a couple of threats out on the board, you know. Infinite threats for white, actually. I'd have to ignore that, but I think I could afford to ignore that again because I've got this attached down here. So if I just ignore that and I, whatever, capture again, then if he takes that, then I can just connect under. Yeah. That would have been a good game for me. I'm playing some horrible Go today. I really am. I think that's all I can really review for this game. I think everything else, the opening was pretty normal. It was just that one little Tetsuji got me. So I'm going to play another one. I'm going to play another one real quick since I have time. Probably lose another one, but I'll go into it optimistically. Maybe I won't lose that bad, that's how I'll be optimistic. Buhayapa. Okay. Buhaypa. Buhaypa. Where's this guy from? It says he's English. His name is John. Hi, good game. Let's try this again and see what happens. Maybe if I'm lucky, I won't drop down to a 5 or 6 Q tonight. Looking familiar? This is actually a mistake. Okay, yeah, I'm still trying to learn how to best handle these pincers. I'm not that great at them. I mean, I know I could just jump diagonally like this. I know I could attach here at the 3-3. But I'm still not great at handling these. I think that's good. I think that's fine. No, I'm going to attach first. Okay. I think I can just do this, this. I think that's fine. And what? Jump? Jump out? I guess. Settle? Jump down here. I guess I'll jump down here. It's super slow. I don't know what in the world that's accomplishing. I'm just playing terrible today. It's like a pass. It's like a free move. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Speaking of screwed, this game isn't going great either. I'm just I'm gonna get out of the local fight. I usually find I play better if I decide to get out of the local fight. Sure. I do play the top. White seems pretty. There's a lot of stones on the bottom. I'll leave it at that. I'm not gonna let you cut that. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, that might work. Let's try it. Isn't that a bummer? Yeah, that sucks. Hmm. So what are you going to capture this one stone just so I don't get these two stones or these three stones? Because it's, you know, I'll either get these three or two unless you throw one more stone down there. Maybe even if you do. Yeah, I mean, really all you're doing now is defending those three stones. Ooh, and you have to live too. Don't forget about that. Do I have to even respond to this? We got three, we got two. He plays down here, play down here. I don't have to respond. Oh, wow. Well, that was just as fast of a game as my other one. Thanks. Just as fast as my other one. That was surprising. Yeah, that's big. Well, I guess that balanced out my other one. Okay, so I recovered some of my, just a little bit of my mojo, I guess, out of that. What could he have done here? Let me just review this just to see if he could have actually lived. I think his best bet was to give up those three stones. I don't think he could have, I mean, he basically willfully gave up life. I mean, I think that would have been the best thing he could have done, right? Now at least he's living down there, but I mean, what am I getting? I'm getting a pretty nice wall on the left. Yeah, I felt like he was over-concentrating himself a lot. He was playing very slow in this game. That's why even though I screwed up, I felt like I was still doing okay. This was a total fluster cluck. I wasn't really even sure what I was doing. This is a situation I find myself in a lot that I need to study a little bit more, so I'm going to actually work on it right now. I'm going to bring up not this browser. I'm going to bring this up over here. I'm going to just quickly walk through some of the variations on this Joseki just for my own edification, because this is something that shows up a lot that I should have a better response to. So yeah, it looks like the most common is in fact the pincer, or not the pincer, the attach. I'm sorry, at the 3-3, and what happens usually is that white would cut the inside like this, and I guess this would. Oh yeah, this. I know this one. This would start an avalanche like Joseki, wouldn't it? And then white would play here. Pretty sure black would just extend down. White would play down like this. Black would play down. White would play down like this. Black would play. I can't remember which one comes first, whether you play f5 first or. Let's see. I guess either way kind of works. Looks like it's more normal to do this. And then white finally plays down like this. Black plays like this. And then white just tanukis, I guess. No, what am I thinking? White fills and then black can tanuki. And then there's nowadays it's slightly better for black, is what they say. This would have actually been a pretty good result for white, I think. Maybe that's what he was going for. Yeah. What others? We also have this. This is an old pattern, and this is the first thing that I was looking at, which made me go, man, that doesn't look very, very good, which is just this. What worries me about this is this attach or down here, you know, it seems like this is just too good for white, right? And then black plays here. I got my cheat sheet going, but basic for white. Because white can tanuki. I gotcha. So basically in this variation, white takes the corner, gives up this stone. Black has this tiny little thing here, but in this situation, white's also got this nice stone on the outside, and he can play away now. Build something elsewhere. That's kind of nice. Okay. See. Oh, thanks. Sorry, I had checked. This is good for white. Because white can tanuki. I gotcha. So basically in this variation, white takes the corner, gives up this stone. Black has this tiny little thing here, but in this situation, white's also got this nice stone on the outside, and he can play away now. Build something elsewhere. That's kind of nice. Okay. See. Oh, thanks. Sorry, I had the chat window hidden. It's one of these days I'll get around to doing. I'm still pretty new to Twitch, so I don't know about all the fancy things that can be done to set up those overlays and templates and everything like that. But I'll get that done so I can have that chat up, so I don't have to keep on looking over here at the chat. But I'm looking over here right now anyways at Josekipedia just to play it. Okay, so it's good to know that the most common variation is that attachment at the 3-3. I would almost always play that pretty intuitively. What are other common ones? Oh yeah, I forgot. It's also common, I guess, just to go down. I think I've seen this before. I just forgot about when I forgot about when exactly this is more normal. I kind of like the look of this one. Maybe I'll try to play this more often. Yeah, I kind of like this one. Kind of got you know, kind of It's moving the stones along nicely. I kind of like that. I guess like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. Hmm. What gets an attach here? Uh, it's kind of helping out with D16. It's helping black out a little bit, but it's also helping white out down here. Your layout is, oh yeah, that's what I'm trying to, thanks, Faya. That's what I'm trying to do. The basic thing is, I mean, I have goofed around a little bit. I got my smart little, I knew how to throw in some animated GIFs and things like that just for fun, but I never use them. Yeah. Um, so we've also got, maybe I could use them when I'm glancing at my other monitor so it doesn't look so offensive though. Oh, this is a weird continuation I didn't know about. So after white extends here, black can actually go and attach here. Now this is getting kind of scary actually. I would imagine this is, I mean, I would imagine white basically has to connect here. I would imagine. Let's see though. Yeah, of course. And then black connects, and this is a pretty, this seems like, oh man, this is pretty forceful actually. Does white Atari or descend this way? I think white has to Atari because if white doesn't Atari, then and let's just say that instead of Ataring, white just extends down like this, then black could extend over here. If white comes here, black could get white and Atari, and that's no bueno. But I don't know, it's kind of weak over here. Maybe there's something that could be done. Let's see what unfolds. Yeah, it's oh shoot, it is like that. So there is some shenanigans it looks like going on here. What am I looking at now? And black, why does black approach from here? It must be because of the weakness that I pointed out over here. If black was to approach here, then white could play down here, and black would play here. This is bad because then black has to defend here, and so this is all for nothing. So that's why it's better for black to come here and just give up the one stone, I guess. And then white takes that, and black jumps out further. Now there's a cutting weakness here. There's a cutting point at D7. White jumps. Oh man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember this one. Hopefully just studying it'll give me a bit of an idea though. This is pretty prolonged. Wait a minute, that's not right. That's not right. This is right. Black jumps out here. And then white can play over here. Yeah, you know, it's bad when I'm studying Joseki and all of a sudden I don't have a good explanation for each of the moves, because that kind of feels like I'm no longer studying Joseki. It just seems like this is an just a continuous fight, chain of fights. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly actually in Josekipedia, it's funny because that's exactly what this ends on, is this is a running battle. So I guess this sequence is, if you want a complicated running battle. And that's not actually what I want. I think I would be content with this. And as black, actually, I would probably even just play this. This might be slow, but to me it feels like this, wall, whatever you want to call it, even though it's got some weakness, it's got some Aji in it. It's better to use it than it is to not use it. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And it's not this mind-blowing though, right? There's a fine line between having your mind blown and basically having your head explode, right? And I walk that line frequently. Okay. So any other variations that are worth reviewing for this one? Enter. I think I really like this old one actually. We should make more of an effort to learn the old one. I think I like the old one actually. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be black in this situation. It seems awfully small. Maybe if black's stone was at Q4 instead, this would be more reasonable. Maybe that would be more reasonable, huh? Yeah, maybe that's a good thing to keep in mind, is that the old variation would work better when I had a friend over here. And yeah. Okay, what else do we have? This is a fast game. There was really only that Joseki in the corner to study. So that actually made up for my loss in the other. Having a fight like this go my way in the beginning, all of a sudden I feel like, okay. I thought this was a pretty clever spot, but I mean, it didn't take too much reading to see that this would work out. Basically I have a ladder breaker here, and then I have a ladder breaker here too. Not really a ladder breaker, more like a net breaker. I don't know what to call it. Ladder breaker and a net breaker. I knew that when it came down to this right here, he'd have to push me one way or the other. If he pushed me this way, I'd be out, and if he pushed me this way, I'd be out too. So I think this one worked out pretty good. I just didn't expect it to be I didn't expect him to play in a way that actually gave up his entire corner. I thought he could still live easily here. I was just trying to harass and maybe get these stones out here out. Some semblance of life. And then obviously I'd already played some pretty big moves out here, so it seemed like when this went my way, black was going to have a tough game. I mean, to me, it felt like black is going to have a tough game here. Because black still owes a move here to live, and I would have been totally fine actually Tanuking after this even. You know, I could have, if he would have pushed it this way to make life in the corner, I probably wouldn't even have responded. I mean, this is only a few points. It's not a whole lot. And this is out, so I can still keep running with this a little bit. I mean, the nice thing about this is it would help really settle this group. So maybe that would be worth its weight in gold. But another part of me just wants to do this, you know, and just be like, here, I've got the whole rest of the board. You've got the lower right-hand corner, and I've got the whole rest of the board. You know, you've got one weak group of mine down here you can play around with if you want to, but you know, if you try to, I could probably live quick enough, and what could you get in the meantime? You know, all of a sudden these stones are getting pretty tenuous. So I actually, maybe I shouldn't have even responded to that. I was kind of the only reason why I did is because I was surprised when I saw him um, Atari this way. Because to me that meant that it was basically Atari, it was a Gote Atari. I knew that he'd have to play again if he wanted to save this corner. And I think he saw that too. And as soon as he saw that, he said, okay, peace out. You know, he said, okay, yeah. So basically I just played in Gote. Um, Yeah, no, I mean I agree with you. There was in the heat of the moment in the actual game, because I didn't want the game to end necessarily, I probably would have just captured the stones too, and then I'd have this enormously strong group. Right? Um, I was really surprised I was really surprised that he Atari'd this way, but had he Atari'd the other way, yeah, you're right. I mean, what's he gonna do at this point? Is he going to let me do this? Is he going to let me play down here? I guess he can. No, he can't because I can. Cause, yeah, it's a tough thing. Is this still Sente for me? I think it might be. If he played elsewhere and I played down here like this, then he'd have to play this and I play this. Then what? So I still think it's Sente. So he still has to play here. I play here and then he has. Then he can play away now. And his big move, I mean, this group is now alive. He's got this group in the center. My center is looking huge. Pick a good move. Pick a good move for white. I mean, it would probably just be to pray, right? I mean, yeah, exactly. These 4 floating stones, it's really bad. It actually helps this group a lot, even though it's connected. That's why I wasn't so worried about connecting them and capturing, is because no matter what it seems to do, that he tries to do, or he could try to do with this group, I could still manage to probably get a second eye, just by virtue of the fact that these stones are so weak. And this, meanwhile, he probably stands to gain a little bit more by playing this way. What would I play here? Would I feel compelled to just play simply? I don't know if I would pincer. I might pincer, but he would just jump out, I would jump out. That would work out fine. Would I kick? Maybe I would just play down. Maybe I would play over. I don't know. Maybe I would just play like this. Isn't that crazy? Just do something like this because I'm so ahead on points, right? I mean, all I have to do is play simple, and there's not a whole. He doesn't have a whole lot of flexibility. You know, he doesn't have a whole lot of room to monkey around. I mean, he's going to want to jump out here. He's not going to want me to play here. He's also going to want to jump out here, though, because he's not going to want to have all these stones be just for this. This doesn't seem like adequate compensation for all these moves down here. It seems kind of over-concentrated. Plus, he's not going to want me to build this up either. So, what's he going to do now? I mean, if he jumps here, then I can just jump here too. I can cover the corner, fall back, take the corner that way. I like all these moves. I could just try to put some more pressure on these guys. jump up like this. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, capturing is solid. There's no problem with capturing, and I think this works out just fine. I think maybe what I would try to do is, I think the thickest part of my shape right now is this group right here. So maybe I would try to do something with it like this. I mean, kind of the cool thing about this is if you did this, I still have this as Sente. Um, and of course, what am I thinking? It must be getting it to be that time, and I can just capture these 3 stones. Blah, blah, blah. Yep. Anyways, that's all I think I can review on this game. Everything else, any other stones that I put down would just be another random game. So tonight, I guess, lose 1 and then win 1. That's pretty good. So I'm gonna cut off the stream. I haven't been doing that long games lately. Maybe I'll start doing longer games at night. Who knows? Anyways, I'm gonna head out for now. So everyone, thanks for watching. Have a good night.